You'll be aware if you saw the show last week that part of what Elizabeth did when she did her GFL summit, she also tuned into Jesus to find out what information was going to come through. But this is super empowering. So we'll see you on the other side.
I think the theme here, right, for this Galactic Federation Summit is that this is the time. This is the time that everything is changing and shifting, and we are being prompted to take this radical responsibility for ourselves, for the reality that we're creating, for the life that we're living. Stop giving your power away to your in-laws. Stop giving your power away to the government. Stop giving your power away to the big banks. Stop giving your power away to your boss or your spouse or AI. Everything in this reality is a mere reflection of you. And if you're not right internally, if you're not aligned, if you're not harmonious, if you're not full of unconditional love and gratitude for the simple fact of being alive, then you're missing the point. Everything in this world right now is here, playing out to lead us back to the only thing that truly exists, which is you as a God spark, as a fractal of the whole. Everything you see around you is just a fever dream for your soul. The more enjoyment you find in the little things, the more gratitude you have for the simplest expressions, the more enjoyment you bring, the more abundance you attract. Whatever you focus on right now is being amplified. So be hyper vigilant of your mindset. Be hyper aware of your heart space. Bring discernment to the people in your life that lift you up and the people in your life that bring you down. Because every time you choose to have that person around, to take that action, to have that thought, you're making a choice in love or fear. And that's determining every other timeline you hop into that day, that week, that month. This reality is a snowball effect. And if you were to take the time once a day, every day, you can change your entire life. You can truly wake up in a different reality. One where you are provided for, where you are protected, where you are abundant, where you are safe, where you have joy and happiness. And you know what? There will be challenge. We live in a lower frequency full of polarity. But when that challenge happens, you can look at it with ease and grace and gratitude rather than reaction and attachment and aversion and fear and anxiety. You are the creator of this reality. And the more you understand that, the easier it will be to step into that role and create the life that you deserve to live. So grateful. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you for holding space for this because I get so much out of it too. And despite the tears, I learn something new every single time. And I just feel so, yeah, so enlightened and You guys are holding space for me just as much as I'm holding space for you. We are in this together, and what a fucking incredible time to be alive right here, right now. The precipice of the greatest awakening humanity has ever seen. And we are on the verge of it, and we are in the know. So do something with it. Change your life for the better. Take that leap of faith. I promise you, there are only good things waiting on the other side of change. All right. Love you guys so much. Bye for now.
So we are the creators of our reality, right? That, to me, there is no doubt about that. The problem has been for, let's face it, we've got 8.2 billion people on the planet. How many are aware that they have created their reality, right? Because it's something I had no idea about. Because I was an unconscious creator of my reality rather than a conscious creator of my reality. And a vast majority of people on the planet actually fall into that sort of theme. Which is why when Jolie and I were looking at this a while ago, we thought, okay, well, let's do this moon alchemy meditation thing. And this is exactly what Elizabeth is alluding to. Is not specifically our program here, but nevertheless, it's actually finding a way of raising your frequency, of creating a vision of what you want your reality to be. So rather than being an unconscious creator, you create your new reality based off what you do want. And the interesting thing is, like, our words, spoken words, have power. They carry a vibration. And we know that, again, as we were talking about in that first part there with Bhaktar, right, we can affect our own physical structure just by, showing it the love, the joy, the gratitude. It changes everything. It produces, as Bruce Lipton says, it produces those beautiful chemicals, dopamine for pleasure and oxytocin for bonding. It's just that is exactly what happens. And yet the opposite side of that is when we are, in that fear mode, in division mode, in anger and all the rest of it. That is when we are kind of bringing that disharmony and dis-ease in. So we kind of worked away between us, and Jolie has laid, she does these fantastic meditations to help to build us into it. The important thing with creating your reality, it's the vibration of your words that count, right? So the way we do it, we do a Zoom call, we do a recording of you recounting exactly what your own version of a world of unspeakable beauty looks like. Because that is the important point, right? This is about you. It's not about us, it's about you. That is where it comes first and foremost. So then we curate it into a couple of different meditations, one which is a very short form, so that, when you're getting up in the morning, you've got 10 minutes to spare, you can actually listen to this. But what you're doing is you're being led into the meditation. You hear your own words about this, and it's amazing. I love doing it. We have a couple of versions of our own now, and every time I listen to it, it is so uplifting because it talks about the vision for where Elevated Planet is going and my own personal life as well. And I know how beautiful it is because I've been there. Every time I listen to that, I am transported to that future point, which I know is being manifested. And the other thing that we do with this, not only do you get two versions of the meditation for yourself to which is all privately yours, okay? Nobody else can access them. But then we also work it around the moon cycles, okay? Because the calendar is 12 months for a reason, because it actually diminishes us. There is supposed to be, and there always were, 13 months in the year, okay? Go back a couple of hundred years ago, or, 250 years ago, it all changed. And it was changed because it takes us out of the energetic cycle. The fact is, the moon synchronicities, knowing when to manifest, knowing when it reaches that heightened point where you immerse yourself in the feeling of a wish fulfilled and all those positive superpowers of ours. We have superpowers. Our superpowers are, our emotion, our imagination, it's gratitude, it's love, it's playfulness, it's laughter, it's forgiveness, it's joy. all those things. It's so much fun to, like you build that into your piece that you do, right? You want to feel as if that wish is fulfilled. So you always get, whenever you hear it, you get that knocking on the door every single day. There's also a longer version, which also has a chakra cleansing aspect to it as well. So if you have like, 25 minutes to half an hour to spare, you can do that where you go through your entire chakras and you kind of like Jolie does her cleansing meditation, but you're still, in the middle of it all is you. So it's really super powerful. We're doing it on the basis of we're actually working on a journal that backs this up as well, which will be useful. But for now, we just do a WhatsApp group with you, me, Jolie, to kind of keep you guided through that first 28-day moon phase, because every moon phase is 28 days. You start off on the new moon, you work all your way up to the full moon, then you go through the waning phase, which is where you're releasing energies that no longer serve. So you get a different meditation for that, and we take you through that. After that, you can repeat it for yourself, or, if you want to keep working with us, you can do. All done, I mean, we ask for a donation. That's all. Just ask for a donation to Elevated Planet to do that. Suggested donation is $111, but it doesn't have to be. We don't want price to get in the way of this. If you're interested, drop me an email to johndrew@elevatedplanet.life. But first and foremost, let's hear what Jolie has to add to that, because she is a hugely important part of this.
Yes. Thank you, John. It just really gets into the subconscious mind because I like to remind people that if we look at it and we compare it to modern technology, the subconscious mind would be the hardware or the programming that's in the CPU or the desktop. And then the monitor is just the conscious mind. It's what you go through all day. So this meditation allows you to dig in to the place where it matters, which is a theta brainwave in the subconscious mind, which then does that reprogramming in a very permanent way. It's like it really pivots you, especially when you put it into practice on a daily basis. The needle really moves because you're working with science and you're merging it with spirituality. So it's a win-win. And we're just really humbled and grateful to be able to present this because it came to me as a gift, as as something that could really help move us forward as well as help transform mankind.
Mm,
So it truly is a blessing.
yes. Yeah, it really is that God spark activation that we've just heard
Yes.
about, right?
Absolutely. And it also allows us to keep it simple because who are we hearing? Ourselves. What are we doing? We're just meditating and we're staying in this focus of raising our vibration so that we can meet our goals at their level. Think about it that way.
Exactly right. As I say, anybody who has an interest, just send me an email to johndrew@elevatedplanet.life and I can give you more information, and happy to share. And we love helping people on this journey. And we've got a bunch of people out there at the moment who are already going through it. And, I think this is going to be huge for a lot of people. We can change, as Elizabeth said, we can change our reality to exactly what we're looking for.